Can I have a loud roar like a lion?
Yeah, I think the latest book has been your home emotion book, which I have read, and it's very good, I think. But I think it's like your 22nd book, I think?
23rd.
23rd book. Can't keep track, just keep writing. So what would you say is your writing process?
Yeah, so I'll say my writing process is more spontaneous. So when the idea comes, I always say this, that I'm not a writer who gives myself that challenge to say, write 100 words every day or 1,000 words weekly. Some writers just love to challenge themselves. But I think for me, whenever the idea comes, it just comes. And I think Home Emotion, the whole idea is to document my journey living home in Nigeria all these years, coming to the United Kingdom and making Newcastle home, and just the whole emotions around, coming into Newcastle, and how Newcastle has really been that place where I found purpose, where I found rest, and also I found a name, like now the Lion of Newcastle. So, writing all of these books, which were all written and published in Newcastle upon Tyne. So my emotion is just like, I think it's a moment of reflection for me as well. Just how far I have come as a writer, as a poet, as a creative. Yeah, so I think, So, but the process for me is just whenever the idea comes, I just write. Like, I think that's it for me basically. And I do a lot of things like running every morning. So every morning when you see me on the streets of Carleton, gliding against the, just taking in nature. So the ideas come for me. It could be at night. So the process is, and I think these days writing is very, very accessible, very much accessible. You can write on your phone. You don't need to put on a laptop. You don't need writing notes. So I've written some of my books, maybe while I was running, the idea just comes to my mind and I start writing, taking down those thoughts on my phone. So for me, I think I thrive more on spontaneity. And when the idea comes, like for Home Emotion, it was just, it happened. And when I'm writing, I'm just always writing until I finish here. So I'm that fast a writer. And so I think that's my process.
Yeah, I think I am very much the same. I think free verse is more what I resonate with, and more sort of where the world is tending to. I think with modern poetry, it's less sort of structural sort of studies and more sort of spontaneous. It doesn't even really need to rhyme or have any sort of stanzas, structures, or sonnets. It just needs to you just need to feel it, don't you? Like the heart of it and the warmth of it. So, and I think that's what your poetry is all about, really, and mine too, especially. So I think I feel the spontaneousness, probably sometimes too much when you're up late at night and you just have to get it down. When you have the idea, you just need to write it down. So how do you go about then making a whole collection out of your